to even end this commitment if you prefer being on your own. Welcome back to my channel, Cheryl here. So today I want to do a date night makeup look. Tonight, we're going to this French restaurant. So I'm just gonna do this romantic, a little bit of sexy kind of makeup look for the date night. I also want to talk about some relationship red flags in this video. If you're interested, keep watching. Currently, I don't have anything. I'm gonna use Honest Beauty. I've been loving this product ever since what I got from drugstore and Sephora. Because it's very moisturizing, but it's not heavy. Just making sure the skin is well moisturized. So this video is not just about date night makeup look. I also want to talk about some relationship red flags. The reason that I really want to talk about this? Recently we finished the show You, the Netflix show. We basically binge watched season 3. And for season 3, no, I do not recommend. When you're watching it, you're like, some people really need to see a therapist. I love season 2. I think season 2 so far the best season. The sunscreen I'll be using is this one. I recently had a video testing for a day. Probably not gonna use too much because I'm going for dinner. So this is like a lot. I just want to talk about some of the red flags in a relationship. For the base, I'm using Makeup Revolution London Fast Base Stick Foundation. My shade is F4. I got it from Target, so I'm just gonna swatch it right here. Oh wow, it's super creamy. Almost like 11 bucks for this. Buttery, the texture is non-drying. You can already feel it. So probably not planning to use concealer. I'm gonna use like a foundation brush. For relationship red flag, I think the first thing is very obvious. People can't be themselves around their partner or loved one. By that I mean you kind of change your behavior, your speech, how you live your life. You're not yourself. Maybe because you want to please the other person, so we tend to change our behavior, speech accordingly. You can't really be who you are when you're around that person. This is so blendable. If you can see, I'm not even being strategic. First I was thinking about this product being $10, kind of out of the drugstore range. A term that you will hear, from couple therapy, is codependence, lopsided relationship. So codependence is common in a relationship, especially married couple. It focuses on this one person constantly trying to fix, please, correct, control, over situation or people. Constantly one side is being compromised and the other side is constantly trying to control. So I'm gonna use a new product for my brows by Anastasia Beverly Hills. When you constantly facing situation like is this or that, you're being kind of forced in the corner. Kind of like this, and okay. A lot of situations that when people disagree on different things, the good thing is we compromise a little bit. Just really know what you're compromising and not over compromising. You basically forget about your own need, preference. Because one person constantly trying to make the relationship work. It's the least favorable position or least desirable thing to do to yourself. Honestly, that's just a sign showing you that the relationship might not work for you. But most likely when you're in a relationship, you're unwilling to see that. You just see you're the one who's very giving, loving, almost unconditional, which is normally not in a relationship. It's more in a parent to child kind of relationship. I got my brows done and I curl my lashes. I want to talk about selfishness. And here I'm not talking about taking time to care for yourself. That's not selfishness, right? In a relationship, if this person constantly ignore your needs, feelings, while he or she wanting that attention from you. I'm gonna do my little eyeshadow part. Today I'm using Soft Glam as well. I really love this palette. Orange Soda. In a relationship, people say, oh, I need my alone time. I need to be alone. That's totally understandable. Every single individual, every single person needs their alone time. But when one person's saying oh my god, spending time with myself is so much better than spending time with my partner or loved one, that is kind of a minor red flag. Don't get me wrong, I love spending time with myself, from time to time. I still love when we're going out or spending time together. Say we're working out together outside, like outdoor activities or going somewhere, traveling. I still love those times. But I would not say I prefer my alone time much more than time spent with my husband. If people actually say that out loud, they enjoy being on their own much more than being with their partner. Why are you even in this commitment if you prefer being on your own? To a certain extent, you know, you want to have this balance between your alone time and the time spent with your partner. Not the other way around. I want more alone time. That is just like a small red flag. But you know what is a major red flag? When communication is definitely needed and one refuses to listen. It doesn't matter what, you know, you guys need to communicate. When one is always saying like, I don't need to listen to your opinion if you have something to say. But the other person saying like, I don't care. I have my say, but you can't have your say. Not just refusing to communicate, it's refusing to work it out, you know? So back to the eyeshadow part. I'm gonna use a flat brush. I'm gonna use rustic, and I'm just gonna put it in the outer corner, like 1/3 from the outer corner. Bring it down to the lower lash line. Another red flag will be someone who's constantly playing a victim in a relationship. It doesn't matter what the problem situation is, constantly saying like, oh, so it's my fault, you know. Playing victim is a red flag because that also shows this person rarely reflecting on their own behavior and action. Instead of rethinking about, did I make a mistake? Could I have done a better job, you know, in this situation? Immediately get defensive and thinking, oh yeah, here we go. The victim mode is on. Constantly pulling the victim card once again. It's one-sided relationship from the person thinking he or she is the victim and you are the person who's doing it. This is like red flag of someone playing a victim. Side order of refusing to communicate, refusing to listen. Last one, because I'm not gonna overdo this. I'm actually gonna line my eyes with like a pointy brush. Cypress umber. I'm gonna just line my eyes. Two people are in a relationship not being on the same page with one another. Oh man, this one has a little bit fallout. Sometimes like one person want this, the other person want that. And if we don't communicate, you know, guess what? It's either like breakup or divorce. I have to use a fan brush. Okay, I'm gonna use the brush that comes with the palette. Rose Paint. Actually, I'm gonna use one more shade for the lids. Use the brush that came with it. And we're gonna dip into Sienna. If we want different things and we're making the best decision for both of us, not just for one of us, because that would be over compromising. We're not making one another feel we got left out in the relationship. I don't put mascara on my lower lashes. I do like it like this. This one. Another red flag will be jealousy. Almost like a check, you know, for your cheeks. Check your cheeks. Check for the cheeks. This lip balm, the tropical lip balm that I got from my mother-in-law, she got in Hawaii. I'm gonna put some. It smells so good, like tropical. The next red flag, competitiveness in a relationship, that you constantly feel like either you're jealous of one another's success, you know, accomplishment, you know, just little things in life. It's not cute when you are seeing that as a competition, you know, when you see yourself like constantly trying to compete with your partner, your loved one. Could be the opposite, like your partner feeling jealous, constantly trying to compete with you when you're achieving something. There's a constant competition. That is just not the healthiest type of relationship. Lipstick by MAC. Celebrate, you know, while celebrating your partner's success, see that as kind of like a motivation so you can do the same. You constantly resent the other person's accomplishment. So that is another major red flag. That will be my look of the day. I'm not sure if I'll be wearing this headband. So far I like it. So yeah. I don't know if I actually like talk enough about the red flags in a relationship, minor and major red flags in a relationship that I can think of. If you enjoyed this video and this makeup look, give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos coming every Monday. If you're interested in any of the products I've used, be sure to check out the description box below. Thank you for watching. I'm Cherilissa. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't mind.